Welcome back. This is Julian Valderrama. I'm the author of Blueprint for Immortality, the Quantum Code for Life Secrets to Success, and Life is a Game, the Quantum Code for Life's Principles for Success. The name of this riff is a question. Do you understand the parameters of truth? Again, the question is, do you understand the parameters of truth? What defines truth? Some people say truth is objective, and others say it is subjective. And factually, quantum mechanics says it is both. And it may sound like a strange dichotomy, but there is clarity when you consider quantum mechanics and how the mind works. First, there are parameters that people must accept before they claim their truth is unquestionable and infallible. The first parameter is understanding that we come into the world with a clean slate, a mind ready to be literally programmed to accept codes that affect the molecular structure of your body. Let me repeat that again. The first parameter is understanding that we come into the world with a clean slate, a mind ready to be literally programmed to accept codes that affect the molecular structure of your body. Without question, you accepted what daddy and mommy told you was true and why it was true. Most people have not been taught to consider this filter that is undeniably integrated into the experience of life. The second parameter is understanding that your bloodline came into the world and went through the same process. Again, the second parameter is understanding that your bloodline came into the world and went through the same process as you did. They also accepted what daddy and mommy told them was true and why it was true without question. The third parameter is understanding that during your upbringing, you could not help but to accept the beliefs and accepted teachings from your inherent environment. Again, the third parameter is understanding that during your upbringing, you could not help but to accept the beliefs and accepted teachings from your inherent environment. The fourth parameter is accepting the nature of knowledge and its progressive infinite progressions. Take math, for example. Basic numbers have been integrated into algebra, physics, trigonometry, biology, differential equations, and calculus. Systems of math continue to be applied upward like a tree that branches off outward. Concepts of perspective and perception must be integrated the same way. The fifth parameter is accepting the facts of brain mechanics and how your mind is open to suggestion. Yes, there are literal hacks and master keys that, if you don't become aware thereof, will corrupt your thinking ability and become prone to manipulation. This is done effectively and masterfully in marketing, as you are convinced to buy and give up time, energy, and resources as others convince you to buy into what they are selling you. Do you know what these keys are? How aware are you of how false perceived authority is used against you? How making you think about your pain trains you to look for solutions to your symptoms and not the cause? Are you aware how visual aids help them to bypass your critical thinking and forces you into accepting a product or service that is clearly labeled potentially deadly? Did you know that as long as a message is repeated and sensationalized over time intervals, will force you to believe it is true? Did you know that, like a tuning fork, You are being bombarded by messages that are designed to lull you into a state of submissiveness and acceptance. What for are they priming you? I'll give you an example. Have you noticed how celebrity athletes are paid massive amounts of money to endorse products they would never use? Think about that one. The final one, most important one, is this. Quantum mechanics has demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt that observation changes the molecular structure of everything that is plainly observed. Let me repeat that. The fifth parameter of truth, the final one and most important one, is this. Quantum mechanics has demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt that observation changes the molecular structure of everything that is plainly observed. Then consider strongly a reality that is observed with a mind full of subjective experience interpreted with massive amounts of filters is changed drastically. Again, that is worth repeating. A reality that is observed with a mind full of subjective experience interpreted with massive amounts of filters is changed drastically. That reality is changed drastically. This is because observation literally adds energy or particles to what is being observed. This is why isolation is deadly and the worst of punishments. And this is why loneliness leads to illness and disease and a premature death. This means that there are billions of observers in the planet changing what is being observed at Planck scale. Literally, the molecular structure of the planet is being shifted by the subjective interpretation of each individual. And that is the problem. It has been my objective observation that most people are not even remotely aware of these parameters. There are hundreds of books and scientific research that aptly expand and clarify these things. And like number systems, these subjects expand and are refined. And this is how people accept and define their ultimate accepted truths. This is why the sins of the fathers are visited upon the children, down many generations. The irony, it seems, is that we have bodies and minds that should have known these parameters of understandings as staples for life. These observations and understandings are like an inheritance that should have been readily given at birth and through early stages of development. It is like someone came and stole it from you. It was taken from all of us. How did it happen? Who is involved? I plan to write a book on that in the future, so look forward to that. But you can't get your inheritance back. Read Blueprint for Immortality, the Quantum Code for Life Secrets to Success. Also, read Life is a Game, the Quantum Code for Life's Principles for Success. Both will give you back your awareness so you can define the common denominators of how life naturally defines truth and how neurons observe reality and change it. Okay, this is the end of this riff. I highly suggest, if you have not already done so, to support this channel by buying this book, Life is a Game, the Quantum Code for Life's Principles for Success, and my previous volume, Blueprint for Immortality, the Quantum Code for Life's Secrets to Success. Also, go ahead and put a like on this video if you feel it is valuable. Also, share this with loved ones, friends, and this will help raise awareness of this kind of life-changing knowledge. So consider that, because what you do for others, you do for yourself. What you fail to do for others, you also fail to do for yourself. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also go ahead and put a comment below if you feel you have any questions, comments, or observations. I certainly love to read that from you. Let me know what did you like best and what you got out of it, of what you heard today. And don't forget, life is a game, and this is the quantum code for life's principles for success.